So, you want to become a content creator, huh? Well, this is the exact tool that you want in your arsenal. There's a flip screen, unlimited record limit, long battery life, and even a classic filter on your videos, built in. Trust me, I've been making videos since I was 12 years old, and it all started here. I put in my 10,000 hours in like dog years. Fortunately, we don't have to start here today. We can just use our phones. Here's the lessons I learned from making home videos before the internet exploded. 10. Start today with what you enjoy. Just when I thought I was insecure and had low self-esteem before, it's even worse with all these trolls on the internet. Sorry, I bit my tongue. As I say, you gotta dance like nobody's watching. Yeah, I probably wouldn't go into a dance battle with that mentality, but in a creative pursuit, you can't go wrong creating what you enjoy. But certainly you will regret what you often wonder, what if, for the ideas that you haven't even attempted to execute. I've made tutorials for the internet, music videos for an informatics class, montages as GIFs, and skits for education. Perhaps you like to draw, produce music, put together funny sketches, whatever. Don't worry too much about reaching the masses or being viral. If you don't enjoy or see a real piece of you in your work, it's not as fulfilling. You already know what you don't like, so start with what you do like. 9. Practice does not equal perfect. Perfect practice equals perfect. It's difficult to publish nowadays since we've seen so much greatness on the internet. Sometimes there's like a diminishing return on inspiration you find, and sometimes less inspiration brings out more creativity. Using a Sony Handycam made me not care because I was 12 and just had the ability to just capture moments, and I was just fascinated with that in itself. If I had so many options of gears, then maybe my creativity wouldn't be as available. I surely wouldn't be able to tap into that creativity as much, especially with gear acquisition syndrome, or GAS. I made a video about that over here. I bought more gear than I produced videos, especially when that gear, I didn't even use some of it to produce some of those videos, or any videos. It's practice and not purchase. For me, I needed more practice and less purchase. Just worry about crafting your vision with one video at a time. Elements of virality have been studied over a long period of time, but for average internet viewing, they don't need to be perfect. Just meet the acceptable standard of quality. Yes, of course, you want to grow by improving upon this standard, but sometimes done is better than perfect. Nobody likes it when their workmate calls out of work for what they call a nonsense reason. So in a similar fashion, we would rather you show up and post your video than not at all. You are perfectly imperfect. We get that. We resonate with that, and it's all good. 8. Your personality, your perspective matters. My best friend Gordon suggested that he and I be anchors of our high school's morning news. I've never done all of that before. Never been on live camera in front of a big group of people. I thought of myself as the opposite of entertaining and exciting, but with Gordon there bringing out his charisma and fun aura, my personality was brought out more because of our friendship and our natural interactions. I could have read the news like any other person, but we are bringing some extra life into the news. He would start singing a bit of a song and try to incorporate that into like homecoming dance. Yeah, I don't know anything about improv, but anyway, we went off the cuff. He was really good at it. I just played along. But anyway, don't worry about being extra or being boring. Just be you, especially around the people that make you comfortable and bring out the best in you. We have our heroes and the people that we admire on the internet space, but don't lose yourself trying to be them, nor feel discouraged when you are accused of being a copycat. There's a reason you like the creators you like. You got similar values and interests, but it's your story and your specific values that make you different. Don't worry about being a copycat. Just don't be dishonest with who you really are. 7. Say yes to opportunities in the places that you can grow. Being a YouTuber means making YouTube videos. Prior to this, I said yes to anchoring on the school news with my best friend. I said yes to making videos for my church's Vacation Bible School. I said yes to making wedding films for my friends. I said yes to making YouTube videos, but although I was saying yes, I wasn't really producing YouTube videos regularly. How can I be a YouTuber if I don't regularly post YouTube videos? Your opportunities may come day after day, but if you don't want to be a creator, you need to say yes to opportunities to create and contribute towards a goal, a lifestyle that you really want. Even when people aren't asking you or offering you opportunities, you need to be able to ask yourself if you see opportunity over and over, over and over, and over and over in that direction that puts you where you want to be. Number 6, gear matters, but there's no such thing as a perfect camera. Different camera is different purposes. It's a different tool. The outcomes and outputs of different cameras give specific and different looks, different feels. Ultimately, these are just different tools. My favorite camera thus far is probably the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, but for YouTube, it was not suitable for me because of the friction it took just to produce a video, especially when it came to filming myself, because there's no autofocus. For a talking head video like this, yeah, it wouldn't be a problem, but if I want to film B-roll of me like moving or doing something, it'd be nice to have someone who would rack focus for me. If I was moving a lot in a frame, I would be in and out of focus. This camera was good for narratives if you're the camera operator, but not exactly great for filming yourself. For practicality, shoot with what you have, especially if it has autofocus and you're filming yourself. I went from the Handycam to a point and shoot camera, to a phone, to a DSLR, to a mirrorless camera, to a cinema camera, and then back to the mirrorless camera. Technically the cinema camera was mirrorless. I upgraded out of preference, not necessity. A good camera is awesome, but don't worry about the camera. Just start the process of creating, refining, and repeating that process. Don't worry about the camera, start with the process. The internet and being seen in the public may be terrifying. That's even more of a reason to be anxious and insecure in front of possibly millions of people. Forget stage fright, this is another level. The stage is bigger. But there's also the possibility that no one will care. This whole creating your own content may not be as big of a deal as you think it is, or at least like big of a worry. And for sure, no one will be able to care if you never start or even share what you have to offer. You can still combine the best of having fun and shooting video while executing it tactfully with finesse. Create like nobody's watching, and you may just wind up changing a life. It may be a low risk, but a high reward. I'm Mike B. Salazar, and this video is just getting too long, so we're just gonna need a part 2. So I'll catch you later in the next video. Peace. Thanks for watching.